It was Christmas morning, and I came downstairs to find my brother giggling away on his iPad. He was watching a video of WALL.E racing in Disney Speedstorm, the free-to-play kart race developed by Gameloft. Now Andrew loves, and I mean loves, WALL.E. He had just about every piece of merchandise growing up. Toys, bedding, bags, clothes, mugs, you name it and he probably had it. So he immediately downloaded the game onto his Switch and looked up how to unlock him. It turns out there's a time trial event where you need to finish in the top 15% to get him, with bonus rewards for finishing in the top 5%. It was immediately clear to everyone that Andrew, bless him, was not going to be able to do this. However, I've sunk more time than I'd like to admit into Asphalt 9, Gameloft's other free-to-play racing game, and would like to think that I'm at least decent at it. So my mission was now clear: learn an entirely new game and get to the top 15% in a few days before my brother leaves. As an aside, Disney Speedstorm has had character unlock events like this before, however the unlock requirement has always been top 20% with bonus rewards for the top 10. I was super unsurprised when I found out about this. It's the most Gameloft thing I've ever heard. They nerf rewards like this all the time in Azure, and it's fair to say they aren't thought of very highly by the player base as a result. I've spent shockingly little money in Asphalt 9 for how much time I put into it. It just doesn't feel right handing money over to a company that disrespects their customers this much. But I'm getting off topic. Anyway, it's Christmas Day, and I'm frantically going through the introductory chapters before I can play the WALL.E event. At the same time, I'm also trying to be sociable with my family, and if that wasn't enough, I've also eaten too much chocolate the night before, and my lactose intolerance was not happy about it. All of this together had me stressed out. How stressed, you might ask? Well, the following day we went to a pantomime, and I ended up having a half-hour nap on Andrew during the performance. Back on Christmas Day, and by the end of the evening I'd managed to unlock the WALL.E event, only to be greeted with a screen that said that I'd only get 3 tries. It was getting late and I still didn't feel comfortable with the mechanics of the game, so I did the only reasonable thing and went to bed. The next morning I started looking into guides, both for general driving and for specific advice for this event. It turns out that 3 of 3 tries remainings actually means you get 3 attempts every 8 hours, something which the game didn't make clear at all. Feeling slightly more relaxed about how many attempts I had, I did a few practice laps in free race and then jumped to my first real attempt. Here's how that went. Not even top 40%. I wasn't shocked though. I mean, I outright crashed a couple of times. I knew I could do better, so I jumped straight back in for another go. This felt much better, and is a good representation of my skill level at this point. That said, I'm not in the top 15% and I have no idea how close I am. I also wasn't sure how much faster I could go, and indeed I wouldn't improve for the rest of the day. This is a problem as time was running out. At this point I finally feel like I have a basic understanding of what I'm doing, however it's time for Andrew to leave. Thankfully he agrees to let me borrow his Switch so I can keep trying. The following morning, I got this run. Finally, I'd broken through. Even with the obvious mistakes, I'd still managed to set a time in the top 15%. I wasn't done yet though. I knew more was possible and I wanted to secure my position. Here's my current PB as of the time of uploading.